This is the Jump and Carry 550A jump starter box. It's been charged up. It's got an air compressor built in. We're going to try it out today. Let's get into it. This is our John Deere skid steer. It's probably 35 degrees. This thing's been sitting out here. I haven't started it in a while. It cranks, but it cranks slow. And when it cranks slow, this thing, the fuel injection and the electronics in it require a lot of voltage. Even though it cranks, it's not getting enough voltage to start the engine through the electronics to run the fuel pump and all the other gadgets that this DPF style engine takes to run. This is only a 550 and it's got 12.8 volts in it. I've never used it. Looks like it's on. Yeah, I forgot and left it on, but it's still charged. I just took it off charge. So I'm going to hook it up here and we'll give it a try. Get it back in there on the battery. I don't know if I can get to the ground. I'll try to get it in there and pinch it. Oh, this is barely on there. It dropped way down, so it's definitely getting connection. It's down to 12.2. I really like how it tells you the output of the alternator. That's pretty cool. It did arc a little bit, but it got contact and started anyway. Pretty sure the battery's dead on blue, and I haven't charged it. I haven't charged the jump box. So, let's see what it does. Got a little juice. But notice it's doing nothing. So let's get the hood open. Okay. Let me find the tripod so we can get a little better look. Set it somewhere where it'll fall. You can hear the John Deere running in the background. we get that ground on there. It says 12.7. Well, let's hope it doesn't fall. Let's not be getting any contact. That's why it says 12.7. Drop down there, it's getting juice. Power off, it's charging at 14.6 volts, so the alternator is working on this car. There we boosted too. Was that cool or what? I jumped 2 vehicles with it. Still full, so that's cool. Turn it on, shows 12.7. But these things, the handles stow away really nicely. It is a jump and carry, but it's a really low amp compared to a lot of the other ones. But I'm hoping, see, it says it has Proformer technology, whatever that means. I'm hoping this is the one where you can continue power even after it jump starts and doesn't shut off like the little jump, some of the little electronic jump boxes do. Because sometimes you don't have a battery and you want this thing to be your battery source, so you want to maintain 12 volts. I think it will. I think this is the same as the other ones, but it's got a few little extras with it. I can't get it open, but it's got a cigarette lighter plug. You can also, it's got a double-ended, I don't have it, I don't think, maybe I do, yeah. It's got a double-ended lighter plug, so I think that you can actually plug this into the cigarette lighter of your other vehicles and maybe boost it. I wouldn't want to try it because it's really low gauge wire. I think this is mainly for charging. You can plug it into your vehicle and charge it. I don't think it's for boosting. I'm not sure. It does. I know it says in the manual, but I don't remember reading anything about that. Also has a 5 volt and 2.4 amp charger, like a regular phone charger plug. And the reason I wanted this particular one, they got a better version of this that's yellow. This is the cheaper one. I think this was somewhere around 150, 160 bucks. But the reason I wanted this particular jump and carry, it has a built-in compressor. Now, it's not much. I'll tell you that right away. It's not much of a compressor. It goes to 120 pounds, but it is slow. It's just like a little trunk compressor that you buy at one of the auto parts stores. But since it does have this real powerful battery with it, it will run for a while. So I think it'll be just fine. My trailer tires and my truck tires, my trailer tires are 100 pounds. That's the top off on them, and my truck is somewhere around 75 or 80. I think it's 75 pounds on my truck. So you really got to put some wind in them to get them aired up. But I think this will do it. My grandson has used it to air some of his tires up. I've not used it yet. And I believe this light thing here you hold and the light comes on. Yeah, it's got a LED light. And it also has a strobe. So that's handy if you're on the interstate. Now I don't know how to turn it off. There we go, one more click. But I like the fact that it has a power function where you can turn the power on and off. So that's pretty handy. It also comes with a little paper with an app you can download on your phone that tells you when you need to charge it, but I don't think it's connected to the box in particular. It's just a reminder that they set up on your phone to say, hey, it's been 6 months, you probably need to charge your jump and carry. I don't think it's wirelessly connected to this in any way. It's just an app that they offer for free. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty slick. I just want to do a little quick video on it. I got this. This is kind of one of my Christmas presents, but it's something we really needed. We're always needing the compressor, seems like, when we're out on the road, and we always need a jump box. There's always a dead battery somewhere. Instead of waiting on somebody to come by the jump, I ran into this the other day. I ran into a guy that was broke down, and he'd been waiting for a long time for somebody just to happen by. And he ran up to me. He said, I've been waiting forever. Could you please give me a boost? And I did. And he had an electrical problem on his car that he didn't tell me about till after we jumped it. He said, I can't believe it jumped it. He said, most cars won't jump it. Of course, we got a 100 amp alternator on my truck. But I was thinking, if he had a bad electrical problem, like something shorted, which is possible, it could have possibly blown my alternator or my battery up, or both. I didn't like that. So having a jump box around takes that out of the equation. You've got a jump box that you can hook up to somebody's car and boost them. If they got a problem, this thing will tell you immediately. It should go into fault. Then you can turn it off right away without blowing anything up. I reckon these batteries last a long time. They do a lot of jumps. I really don't like that it's a lower amp, but it just started 2 vehicles and they started just fine. Old Blue's still sitting out here chugging. I think it's about out of gas. Excuse me. She's showing a little gas. I think this thing's got some bad plugs and wires. Because you can rev it up and it runs good. I did put a O2 sensor in it. It was showing a check engine light. That's off. It needs a heater control, which I believe I have. This is an 88 Chevy. But this is an awesome old truck. It belonged to my dad. It'll always be Dad's truck. It'll never be my truck. My dad passed away years ago, but this will always be, in the family, it'll always be referred to as his truck. So I'm gonna try to get it running and driving. I like to get it out and start it up, get ready to put brakes on it. That'll be a separate video, but we're gonna pull the master cylinder and put a new master cylinder. I put all new lines, and we got everything, new hoses and lines, the flexible hoses on your brake calipers and your rear end. I put all those in, and still goes all the way to the floor. We've bled them and just barely putting any pressure out. We thought that the flex lines was stopped up, but it's not that. It's just got a bad master cylinder. But I've got a new one. But I just want to give you guys a little look at the jump and carry. That's something new that I got. And of course, you see people with jump and carries all the time, but I've not seen too many people that had them with air compressors on them. So I think that's a neat little addition. There's a couple models of that air conditioner. Yeah, I said air conditioner. Air compressor. It'd be cool if it had air conditioners built in. But compressor, it has air compressors built in. But I tend to get those two things mixed up all the time. But it's the jump and carry. It's a 550A. I think the amp size is also the model. But jump and carries, to the best of my knowledge, has never made a bad product. They've got a bigger one with a compressor. I probably won't get it. I'll probably just keep this in for a compressor, and I'll probably get one of the bigger blue or red jump and carries for my bigger stuff, my big truck and some other things. And which I don't think this will have any trouble starting any of the vehicles we got on the property. It started that little skid steer, which needs to run. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out and checking this thing out. And please subscribe. We need all the subscribers we can get. Like our videos. Any comments? If you have any questions, I'll try to answer the best I can. Thank you guys for watching. Stay clean, everybody.